Hey guys, how you going? So you've been practicing your pop-up and you're getting there, you're getting faster and smoother, and you've been practicing it on your bed or the floor or a board cover, and you've discovered that you're smooth, you're taking off, you're getting down the wave, but the wave just runs off without you, or you're just out of position. So you now have to work on body technique and foot placement and positioning. So we'll start off, this will be a number of videos, but we'll work it through one by one, and before you know it, there'll be a few more minutes practice. Each exercise you do for 1 minute. By the end of it, you'll find you won't need to do the pop-up anymore, and you'll be replacing that exercise with a new exercise. Generally, I only train off the water for about 10 minutes tops at the most, and that's being really excessive. So let's go and have a look. So the first thing and the most thing I always get asked is, how do you do this big turn? How do I do that finner? How do I do a roundhouse cutback? First, you got to go fast, and you've got to take off on the wave. You've got to be in position of the braking wave, and you've got to create your own speed. That is the most important thing. Going fast. You can't do turns without going fast. So let's have a look. Let's break down those last little 3 waves that I just showed and slow them right down and see how they did those turns. So I've slowed these waves down to half speed, and I'm going to pause it right there. Now this surfer jumped up in a power stance with a low center of gravity. This produced a compression of the body to be able to drive it straight on rail and look at the lip, much like this surfer on their backside. Now to straight off the bottom and hit the lip the way these people are takes a lot of practice. Now, do you all remember in my pop-up video how I teach you how to stay low? This is why. So we can compress and push our energy through the rail of the board. I'm going to show you this exercise with the pop-up. We pop up, now we visualize a bottom turn, and we're going to pump for speed. Now I'm going to slow this down to half speed so you can see what's going on. Now this is where body mechanics becomes paramount. If you notice, our backhand comes forward and scoops down around like we're paddling water. At the same time, we keep our back quite straight and we compress down through our knees using one of the biggest muscles in our body, our thighs. Look, compress, look up, and pushing all that energy down through that toe side rail up to the lip, and then that'll send us into that turn. Now there's not a single decent top turn done without a beautiful bottom turn. So let's just pull it back and have a look, shall we? We take off, we pump to the bottom and go kapow! Okay, I'm getting a bit excited and a bit ahead of myself. Let's take it back and look at it in actual real slow-mo. So here we go. I've set my rail. Now I've compressed again. See me? Little compression. And I'm setting up. I can see that lip already. So I'm going so fast here. I'm going to go to the bottom. Now I set my rail. Now I'm going to eye up that lip. And I'm going to try and send my board vertical into it and do a little hook turn on the actual lip. And now I'm recompressing to do the re-entry. And there we go. I might have got a bit excited. So the biggest, most positive part of my surfing journey has been able to visualize. Now, visualization is used by many athletes in many different sports. So it can be used at all levels. So like, don't think just because you're a beginner you can't visualize, and visualize what you want to do on your wave. Visualize the body mechanics. Get in front of a mirror, do the movements you're being taught, but make sure you're doing them correctly. Start off slow and visualize taking off on that beautiful big green wave. Visualize bottom turning, and then visualize doing a beautiful big turn. Visualize doing a hang 10, and then train and practice that with that visualization. It's used by the pros, it's used by all sports. So it's a go-to. If you want to fast track your learning, it is literally the only way to go. You'll hear me all the way through all my videos talking about visualization. I think it's the most important thing within your surf training. You've got to use your third eye and visualize yourself through it. And this is what you could end up doing.